Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and assorted people of the internet. I am James Phoenix, and this is another review here on Pez of the Mind. Joining me are Chriz the Mole and Anastasia Lazerbeam.
Hello.
Hello. A little offensive to go ladies, gentlemen, and then assorted people for all the other stuff. That's kind of offensive. Right off the bat.
Fair enough.
Even when he doesn't care about you, we do.
That'll be the power force in him.
Ha!
They hate minorities, women, and stuff like that.
There you go. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Power Rangers today. We are, however, here to talk about the Ninja Turtles and Batman, because we are here to discuss the Volume 1 of the Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I'll click on Mole's window so you can see it. Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic crossover event from last year.
The comic crossover event of the year!
Woo!
Woo!
And there it is. This is the hard copy.
Yep.
Hold up yours, Jim.
I forgot to grab it from the library this morning, or I would.
Oh, you didn't own it?
Nope. Why should I spend my hard-earned money?
Remember, people, you should buy books.
You should go to your local library and check out books.
My local library doesn't have any books that I'd want.
Fair enough.
If I want a book, I'd buy it. Buy
That's
a book. Support the publishers.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
But yes, this was a unique.
It's weird because, as Jim pointed out, as the comic itself says, Volume 1. We don't even know if it is Volume 2. Unless you count the animated Batman meeting the Nick Turtles, but who gives a shit about that one?
Yeah, I would imagine Volume 2. If I imagine the plan would probably be Volume 2. In this version, the characters from the Ninja Turtles universe cross over into the DC universe in Gotham City. I would imagine Volume 2 would be the reverse happening.
Yep, and I will just say for people on the internet wondering, no, we got shit lucky. Because we've been planning to do this for a little while. We finally got around to doing it. And the month we plan to do it just happens to be the month where this weekend, Justice League comes out. And last week, they just announced Ninja Turtles are in Injustice.
They are.
Which they shouldn't be.
Yeah, that was just out of nowhere.
But, and it's like, yay. So it wasn't planned that way. It just worked. We just looked into it.
I mean, no, we totally planned it that way because we totally see that far ahead.
To be fair, we do sometimes plan stuff that way.
True.
Like vacations.
Yep.
Yep.
But this one, we were just like, no, because yeah, I don't even support him buying Injustice at this point. But woo, Batman Turtles.
Indeed. See the review of Injustice on the Gaming Zone for more details on that.
Don't. Spoiler. Thumbs down. It's shit. Avoid it. Go. It's basically Mortal Kombat minus the depth.
Yeah, it's a good description.
Yep. But yeah, this comic, obviously to make it shorter, basically it turns out the Ninja Turtles have been transported to Batman's world, and shit happens. Where basically they end up having to team up with Batman to stop Shredder, who's teaming up with multiple Batman villains.
Indeed. It's quite a bit fun. They had a good thematic choice by having Shredder initially team up with Ra's al Ghul, because both of them are basically guys who are the leaders of large groups of martial artists, so that made sense. And then they kind of went from there.
But time out, he didn't initially team with Ra's al Ghul. It was Penguin.
Penguin, right. He abused Penguin. Yeah, I forgot about that.
But to be fair, Penguin thought they were equals, and then they weren't.
Yeah.
Because Penguin was going to betray Shredder, and Shredder's like, no, I already knew this.
True. But let's be fair. You think the Penguin would have learned by now. Penguin is always the stooge in any dynamic he's in, for the most part.
Yep. But I like Penguin.
And how many people has he been used by now? Joker or Two-Face?
Yeah, he's been used by a lot. But I will say, I like Penguin. I just wanted to point out he was the first one.
True. It started off with Penguin. Yes, you are correct. Now, it was interesting. I believe Shredder crossed over. I think his goal was to create mutagen. I think. I'm trying to remember exactly what his goal was.
His goal was to open up the portal to get back and leave the turtles there.
Right, that's why he needed tech for the portal.
He only
right.
got the mutagen because Casey Jones jumps through the portal right to where Shredder is with, "Hey, guess what? I've go shit."
Oops.
He's like, "I'll save you." Gets an axe to the back, and Willie's like, "Yes, that's what that's like."
Oh my god, that would have been amazing.
Boom! That's super relevant for two things now.
Perfect. Perfect.
What did you think of Penguin's abuse, Pierre?
I found it predictable and enjoyable. One of my
Fair enough.
favorite things about this is just the flow, I guess, between Batman and the Turtles and them complementing each other's fighting styles.
Yep. I will say, because there is obviously going to be some spoilers. I will say, he mutates Penguin into an owl. He didn't look like a penguin. I'm like, you had one job. It might be a type of penguin, and it might just be not drawn as well, but it didn't look like a penguin.
It did look like an owl.
Well, yeah, it kind of did.
And I'm like, why is he an owl? He's not called the Owl. There's a whole court of them somewhere else. Boom. Batman reference.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I really like the dynamic between the Turtles and Batman when they first meet, because they're both so well versed in the martial arts that there's almost an analysis. Like, even the Turtles like fighting Batman, like wow, how could this one guy be so good? And then they realize, wait, he's not actually trying to beat us. He's actually studying our fighting styles. This is impressive. And then Splinter shows up, and Splinter is like, I have great respect for someone who is this loyal to the martial arts, and they had this really just built mutual respect of background because of their experiences, and I thought that was really cool and a way for them to connect on a base level.
Which I will say, I didn't like that.
Okay.
Batman shows up, kicks the crap out of all four turtles in one fight. Even manages to hold Splinter off enough for him to run away, and matches Shredder. I'm like, basically saying Batman's better than all of the Turtles universe.
Yeah, Batman's God modded. What else is new?
Yes, but he shouldn't be in a crossover like this where you want them to be equals.
Yeah.
And it's even worse when Leonardo then mentions, "Oh, by the way, you and I, if we were fighting Batman, yeah, he was holding back to study us." Fuck you. He was holding back when he beat all four turtles. That's bad. That's terrible. That's like the type of shit people would write in shitty fanfics. Like I said, I loved. I'm not insulting the actual crossover before people think I'm going to be crapping all over. I do like the crossover. I just didn't like that aspect.
That's fair.
It was odd.
It was.
It's like if the other way around, like if Batman suddenly crossed over with something else, like, oh, now Batman's in the world of fucking, let's go with Ninja Turtles again. I don't want to see Batman fucking get punked out and look like a bitch. I want him to look like equal, so the team up feels equal. And they're four versus him.
Well, kind of 5 with Shredder. Or, sorry, I'm Splinter.
Yeah, it was 4 versus him, and then Splinter as well. You're like, come on, he should be equal. Maybe make Batman equal to the 4 Turtles, maybe, but don't make him completely beat them all.
Yeah. I would have said hold his own, but it could be okay. Fair enough, he could hold his own, but only because he's that good. It should have been like an even fight, and I don't feel as much as I like the base level they respected them on, but I feel like Batman should have gotten his ass kicked by Splinter at the very least, because Splinter is a goddamn ninja master, for God's sake.
Yep. Although people will argue, but Batman's trained in all the martial arts. Yes, but he's meant to be the guy without powers. You can't then give him the power of all martial arts. Plus, it takes so many years to master martial arts that in order for him to actually master all other martial arts, he would have had to be a lot older than he actually is.
This is true.
Yeah.
And all else to say, major disappointed with one thing.
Okay.
This happened.
Let me click on your box.
It's Killer Croc,
It is Killer Croc.
right?
It is. And not once did the turtles accidentally refer to him as Leatherhead.
Ah, that's true. I didn't think of that.
When I saw him, I was like, oh, they're going to mix him up with Leatherhead. And like, nope. It's a completely different person. Like, oh, fuck you. Even on Sonic the Hedgehog, if another hedgehog shows up, even if he's a different colour, completely different hairstyles, even really a different body type, they'll still go, Sonic?
Like they fucking did with Shadow.
Shadow, I can understand, because he looks like, he's just a black version of Shadow. He's a black version of Sonic. When Silver shows up, has different spikes and is skinnier and stuff, and Amy and everyone's like, Sonic? And you're like, no, not all hedgehogs are Sonic. You're racist. At one point, Sonic needs to be, no, look, you're just being racist at this point. We don't all look alike. But there he is. There's the fight. Boom, Batman beating the shit out of all four turtles. Now, I will admit, he does have help from the Batmobile, where he electrocutes Raphael when he makes a witty one-liner.
By the way, that's an ugly-ass Batmobile.
I like the Batmobile.
That particular one, I like that weird like face thing that was on the front. That was weird.
It's like a little bat.
Yeah, it's like a little bat face. I like that. It's also weird that they shoehorn Joker in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere. That didn't need to happen.
Yep. I also like the fact Casey Jones shows up, gets his ass kicked, and Shredder's okay with letting him go. So he can then go tell the Turtles what happened. Then, this is a little bit of inconsistency, Casey Jones describes to the Turtles the person who assaulted him. Then, pages and pages and pages later, Batman goes, oh my god, Ra's al Ghul's attacking. And they all go, who's Ra's al Ghul? He goes, well, let me describe it to you. And you're like, you didn't describe Ra's al Ghul to Batman, the greatest detective? And him figure it, what? Oh, I forgot this is like the Nolan films where by detecting, they mean punches in the face.
Yes.
I will out-detect Bane by punching him in the face. Bane has defeated me. How will I ever come back? I know. Punch him in the face.
Yep.
Bat punch to the face. But
Oh,
I did like the mutations when they mutate all of Arkham.
Yes, that was cool.
And I like the fact Mr. Freeze was just okay being a polar bear. It's also weird because Mr. Freeze is a polar bear, which makes sense.
Yep.
Poison Ivy is a praying mantis. Kind of makes sense for her.
Yeah, okay, I can see it.
I don't know what the fuck Joker was.
I think he was a hyena, wasn't he? Or was that Harley?
But he talks about how much venom's going through him.
Oh,
He's like, I'm going to bite you and see how much venom's in this
no,
bite.
that's right. That's right. Joker became a snake. He was a snake thing.
But he has arms and legs.
Get going.
Yeah, he might be like Komodo dragon or something.
Yeah, he might be. I don't know what the hell he was.
Yeah, that was weird. It was
But
Harley that was the hyena. I got mixed up.
A lot of them match the personalities or the name. And then you have Owl for Penguin. Fuck, no, it's already a perfectly good animal.
Yep.
Basically, like if Batman took the mutagen and becomes a spider, you'd be like, no, he should be a bat. It's kind of his thing. Now, you could make the case, depending on how the mutagen works, it could be like the other one where it's the last thing you came in contact with, and he does always have armies of birds.
True.
So he might have last been in contact with an owl. That's a story way to explain it. But when you're watching it, you're like, oh, penguin's mutated. He's going to be a penguin. Oh, okay.
Sad face.
Which I know it does beckon all the way back to the Nick show. I think it was like season 1 when Snake suddenly becomes a weed. Oh, I thought he'd become a snake. Why? Because he's called Snake. That's not how mutagen works. That is how it's supposed to work.
It is.
I will admit, though, I didn't know Mr. Freeze was a polar bear until Michelangelo describes him as such.
Ah.
When I saw him, I thought he was a gorilla.
Yeah.
It's like, he's a gorilla? Oh, okay.
Winter
When
gorilla.
it was a polar bear, I was like, oh, that makes sense. It's also weird how quick they took out all of Batman's rogue galleries
Yeah.
when they were mutated, because the mutagens meant to make you better than you were previously.
Not in
Considering
this
one of them's
case.
Bane, considering one of them is Bane, and if I got my power level mathematician calculated right, mutagen increases you 4 to 10 times what you normally were. Batman got beat by Bane. Batman equals 4 turtles, so carry the 1. Bane would be equal to like 40 turtles.
There
about
you
right.
go.
I will say I did like Michelangelo with Alfred.
They
Yeah.
were cool.
They had a good dynamic.
I like those two together. Especially the part when he's like, oh, okay, I'll be good, Master Alfred. That's not how this works. And when because he confiscates his skateboard.
And then he asks him for
And when he
pizza after
first
Alfred
sees him,
cooked like a giant feast.
yeah. But the best one, I don't know about you, Pew. The best one had to be the first one when he first sees him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he has a robot dinosaur and a cool robot butler. And he's like, it's not a robot butler. And later on, you see him going, oh, he's so lifelike as he's poking
Yeah.
him. I'm just like, oh, it's so funny.
Yeah. And I did like how they went out of their way to lampshade the cross universe issue, because the Turtles initially got, they got there and they're walking around and they're like, wow, this, what are we doing about the city? It's like, well, we don't know much about it. I mean, in our world, this entire thing is just a big open field in the middle of the state of not now, Johnny.
Yep. I also like the fact they did the crossover. It's actually affecting them with them turning back into turtles, which is fun.
Yeah, I like the scientific explanation that the mutant, because of the different laws of physics in the two universes, the mutagen couldn't exist in Batman's universe. That was kind of clever.
I will say Batman's suit is weird when he gets that new suit, which maybe the new suit's the only reason he beat Shredder, because it does help him. But the new suit was just, it was like, oh, okay, now you're never going to use that again, are you?
No, it's just a convenient turtle colored suit. It'll be in his archive of suits now.
Yeah, which when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I can see where this is going. And then when they went with the other one, which was the obvious way it'd go from the very beginning of Batman puts on the suit and uses it to be Ultra Batman.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I thought with Leonardo fading, I thought, if Leonardo's getting weaker, maybe Batman's suit will keep him alive, like Mr. Freeze's suit does, and Leonardo will get to wear big bat armor to fight alongside the Turtles. That'd be fucking awesome. Batman puts on, you're like, oh, fuck you.
That would have been cool.
Also, some little out of character bits in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like Batman taking Raphael to go see where his dead parents died. And he's like, by the way, this is why I do the crime, because my parents died. And Mummy. And Raphael's like, oh, I also know the loss of a parent. And he's like, yeah, you do? Yeah, I almost saw my I almost saw my father, Master Splinter, die. Batman's like, really? When? He's like, when you almost killed him, you prick. Okay, no, that didn't happen, but no. The part where he just takes Raphael, he's like, now here's my backstory. And just explains his backstory. Like, no, Batman doesn't do it. Like, it took him years to open up to most people. Like, it took him years to open up to Robin. And one of the Robins, the one in this, is his fucking son.
It is.
Also, I argue, what the hell? Because like I said about the power level stuff all being weird, Batman can defeat all 4 turtles. Damian can't defeat 2.
Yeah.
Damian is meant to be as good fighting as Batman, and he's fucking ruthless.
He is.
And I wouldn't mind, but the 2 he couldn't beat were fucking the 2 weakest at fighting. I don't mean they're bad at fighting. They can be good when put their minds to it, but
Like Donnie
It's
and Michael.
Michelangelo and Donatello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelangelo and Donatello. No, Leonardo and Raphael, maybe because those two are normally traditionally in Turtles the best fighters. But Michelangelo just instantly stops him. You're like, what?
Yep.
I like Damien.
Anyway, it's cool. It's good times.
But at least to me, stuff like that just always irritates me because it's like you can do crossovers, see Batman Predator, where it makes perfect sense for both universes. If whenever you're doing a crossover and you have to ruin one of them to make the other one look good, see Justice League Power Rangers. They're normally shit. See Justice League Power Rangers. Certainly avoid that crossover. There's a reason this is the crossover event of the year.
Fair enough.
That was. I don't know if you read it, but that was fucking terrible.
I have not yet read it.
Where you got like enemies that the Power Rangers are fighting that Superman's equally fighting. You're like, Superman should fucking waste the state of the Power Rangers. It's like, for example, as Jim knows, I love Teen Titans.
Yes.
If it's a crossover with Marvel, Robin should not be doing the same stuff Hulk is.
No.
Because Hulk's strongest there is. Like, he's fucking Superman. These are just teenagers with attitude. Ooh, look at the attitude they've got. It's not the same as fucking Kryptonian.
Yep.
But, yeah, you get to see Casey Jones. April makes an appearance.
She does.
The Krang are mentioned as the plot device for why this all happened.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to see a lot of the Turtles' bad guys and a lot of their what do you call it, allies. And same thing with Batman. Like Gordon meeting the Turtles for the first time was wonderful. I loved Gordon meeting them, and you get like Alfred, and you get Robin, and then you get all of Batman's rogue gallery, and it's like, oh, that's cool. I like this.
It was very satisfying.
It was very good. And as for the Batman Raphael thing, I will just say, I think Batman might have gone there only because he sympathized with Raphael as being a similar soul, someone, somewhat hard to the world, someone who, someone who would understand, someone, someone similar to him that he felt like someone that understood the darkness, and I think that's why maybe he felt he could open up to Raph in that way.
Like I said, he didn't even go that way with Damien. That fast, Damien, his own son, who's got the hardships of the world by being fucking raised by Ra's al Ghul.
True, but relative or not, if I knew someone was raised by Ra's al Ghul, I might not trust him either.
It's his son. It's his son, and as we know, Batman's thing is he misses his family. This is his family, and he's like, nah.
Yeah, but he's called Dick Grayson some before. There's books where he's made him eat rats and shit.
There is, but to be fair, those ones where he made them do that was not the same one where he's calling him son.
This is true.
That was the All-Star one, which was fucked up. But yeah, it's a case. But it was awesome. But yeah, no, like I said, it just seemed like sometimes some of the stuff just seemed out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Makes sense.
Like I said, like it's out of character as fuck for Shredder and Ra's al Ghul to just let Casey Jones go.
Yeah.
You should have killed him.
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? He's only going to tell him everything we're doing. What's the worst that can happen? It's like, no. I mean, I didn't expect them to kill him because it's because of the comic and stuff. But
beat him up a
at
bit.
least kidnap him.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the mutagen off him and then just keep him in a cage or something.
Throw him in a cell at Arkham. You're going to Arkham anyway.
Yeah, mutate him with the rest of them. No,
Yeah,
because
there you go.
they're probably against you.
Hmm.
But what if he's on our side? Boom. No, at least to me, like I said, those little inconsistency stuff it just irritates me because it's like just do the crossovers right.
Yeah. Yeah, but despite some inconsistencies, I think they did a good job balancing both universes and meshing them together in a way that was very enjoyable. So I think that worked. Anybody have anything else?
I was letting Pew go.
Pew, what do you
The
got?
personalities of the Turtles meshed well with the seriousness of Batman. So it kind of was a like serious fun, you know, like a little bit of fun, you know. It made it really a well balanced and stuff, and it just, you know, they balanced each other well, really great, and the whole thing was relatively enjoyable, and I liked it a lot. I want a sequel.
Me too.
Pew looks like a Ninja Turtle.
A little bit.
Which one do I look like?
They're all the same. They look more similar than hedgehogs.
Mm-hmm.
You're just a turtle racist.
I am. I also like the thing at the end when Raphael's like, okay, I'm just going to do this once, and takes off his mask, and Batman's like, holy fuck, it's you! The whole time! Fuck! I didn't know! You! Oh my god! No, you! One of the giant turtles that I know. And I love the giant turtle. It was you under the mask of the giant turtle. What? No, that's not what happened when he takes off his mask. But I'm just like, that's stupid, because what's the point? I know it's a sign of respect or whatever, but even Batman's like, what? He literally says, what? When he does it, like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on now. And Raph's like, you may be the Dark Knight of Gotham, but you'll always be the Dark Knight right here.
Oh my god.
You're the hero my heart deserves.
All right, so want to do ratings, everybody? Final thoughts?
Sure, why not? Go for it.
All right, I would give this like 8.5, somewhere around there, and yeah, because it's super special, awesome, it's super fun, has a bit of inconsistencies, a little weird stuff with characters and now and then, but it was just super fun, and I loved it. It was great. So yeah, it's
Okay.
fun.
Mole?
I'm going to rate it as... I'm going to go in the middle.
Okay.
There's inconsistencies, and as I was reviewing this one, you're looking like almost a fucking quarter of the book is made up entirely of fucking variant covers,
Yeah, that took up a lot of room.
because that's how short we're dealing with here. And I'm like, no, I think I'm still flicking through fucking variant covers. This is ridiculous. Which it's cool to have them, but that the comic's short. It feels it's short as hell. And like I said, they didn't mix the universes well, because in order to make them match up, you had to change stuff that was fundamentally part of those universes. And the favoritism towards Batman over the Turtles, where Batman's like super awesome at everything, unlike the Turtles. Yeah, no, because it kind of hurt the crossover where you're treating one better than the other. They should be treated fairly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going middle. If it's on sale, pick it up. But if you barely want to read it, it's on sale, pick it up. But I wouldn't recommend buying it full price.
That's fair. I recommend checking it out at your local library. Yeah, I'd give it about an 85.
Don't add that to my review.
I consider
No,
that...
I do not condone getting it from your local library.
Okay.
If you see your local library, set it on fire.
No.
Set it on fire, and then use its Wi-Fi as it's burning to download it from Comic Sexology.
I see what you did there. Anyway. Yeah, I think about an 85. It is incredibly enjoyable. I like how the universe is meshed and any different things. It was really a lot of fun. I want to see more. I'm hoping to do a volume 2 where Batman is going to the Turtles universe, and we see how that plays out. That would be really cool. But I think it's really enjoyable. Like I said, go check it out at your local library. If your library has a digital streaming service like Hoopla, you can find it on there. Or, like I said, you can pick it up on Amazon or your local comic shop. Or bookstore, for that matter.
I want a comic shop. That'd be super cool if we had one.
There's one on Main Street in Goshen.
Yeah, I said in Newburgh here.
Oh, okay. Well, there's one in the town in Newburgh. It's up going toward Middle Hope on 9W.
That place is always closed like half the fucking time.
Oh, is it? Okay, I never been there.
You're literally complaining about having to go slightly longer for a comic store. There's hardly any over here. And the ones that are so fucking tiny and boxed in.
It's 40 minutes away
Oh no.
by car.
Oh no.
I'm gonna guess when I move, it'll be closer. It'll be like 20 minutes away.
It's true. Anyway. So yes, this has been our review of
40 minutes? Let's just count down all the stuff you can do in 40 minutes. Including watch 365 Goldberg matches.
I don't know what that means.
It's a wrestling joke. Matches involving the wrestler Goldberg are notoriously short. Because he can't wrestle.
Okay, just so you know, we have to drive. It's not like public transportation or anything.
Oh, I thought knowing was half the drive.
Ah.
Oh wait, it's battle. But yes, join us. I believe this Sunday.
Sunday.
Survivor Series.
Yes.
Woo!
Saturday we are currently reviewing. Tell them, Jim.
We're not doing anything on Saturday.
Okay. He had one job, people. But yeah. Okay,
sorry,
Tuesday, Justice League.
Yes.
Woo!
And Saturday, depending, we may or may not do something together, Jim.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Are you familiar with a little book called The Kama Sutra?
No.
No, you're not. Oh, well, let me tell you about it. We should review it on Saturday.
At any rate, this has been the crossover of Batman and the Turtles. So go check that out, and we will see you next time.
That's been a t-shirt. This has been the crossover between Batman and Turtles.
There you go. And we will see you next time, folks, here on Beth of the Mind. Peace.